Greetings and congratulations on your successful download of this podcast episode. Before we commence with the discussion, please be advised of the possibility that offensive material may be expressed by our hosts at any given moment. Rest assured that they are people of fine character who have yet to be charged with a particular crime and harbour no ill will toward anyone. However, they are rather forthright in their opinions and capable of unpleasant language that may upset those of you with obviously superior moral standards. We value your interest in this podcast and hope to prevent such disgusting, filthy words causing you and your loved ones to scream in absolute terror, resulting in years of considerably expensive psychiatric therapy. And now, on with the episode.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Drunk Cinema. I'm one of your co-hosts, Charles Skaggs, back in the Drunk Cinema Theater, ready to talk Young Frankenstein with my wonderful co-host...
Frankenstein.
Excuse me, Young Frankenstein. Maybe that should be pronounced Young Frankenstein.
But it isn't. It's Young Frankenstein.
It's Young Frankenstein, yes.
Why are you talking like that? I don't know. I thought you wanted to.
As you can see where we're going to go with this one. So yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
So I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and just delightful person who looks very, very comfortable right now, Xan Sprouse. How you doing, Xan?
Good. I'm doing good. My parents got their vaccines today, so I've been kind of out running around in the cold, so I'm just under a very nice fuzzy blanket.
That's good to hear. I get to give my parents their second shot here in 2 weeks.
Nice.
And they'll be taken care of.
Sweet.
Well, we wait and wait and wait for the over 50s for me.
Yeah.
And the next group below for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And wait. But anyway, you guys don't care about that. You just care because we're here ready to talk one of, and I don't think this is very controversial, one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Oh, indeed. One of the greatest comedies of all time.
This is obviously, the 1974 comedy horror film written by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks, directed by Mel Brooks. And one of the reasons that it kind of worked out this way that we were talking about this one is also, sadly, since the last time we talked, when we talked The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, and hope everybody checked that one out, Cloris Leachman passed.
I know.
So we get to say this is our kind of sort of tribute to the late, great Frau Blücher. Blücher.
Yeah. She...
And he had to be like Marty Feldman and be like, all smiling and happy.
Marty Feldman is a freaking gem of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cloris Leachman passed away on the 27th of January. She was 94 years old. She had won an Oscar for her performance in The Last Picture Show. She was on
everything.
So many great TV series. She was Phyllis on The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
And also on Rhoda and her own spin-off series.
And Phyllis and Rhoda, yep.
She
was Mama on Raising Hope, which was a great little quirky show. If you didn't watch that and you liked My Name is Earl, I think you should check out Raising Hope. And she's just been in so many wonderful movies. She's in this. She's in the freaking Muppet movie.
Yep.
She's in so many of my favorites. I absolutely love Cloris Leachman, and it's sad that she had to go.
Yeah, I know her from playing Queen Hippolyta in the 1975 Wonder Woman TV series. And she was recently Zoria Verchinyaya on American Gods.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Really good on that. She played Grandma Ida on Malcolm in the Middle. And she played Agnes Fremont not once, but twice.
Oh.
In the Twilight Zone 1961 version and the Twilight Zone 2003 sequel.
Right, she did. And I completely forgot about her in Malcolm in the Middle because her husband in Malcolm in the Middle is Kenneth Mars.
Right, who's also in this film.
also in this movie.
Yeah.
So
Playing, of course, Inspector Hans William Friedrich Kemp.
Inspector Kemp. And because we chose this one initially, Charles, because this is going to be our episode before Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, well, the monster falls in love and the doctor falls in love.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it was kind of a love story.
It's a double love story.
It's a double love story, yeah.
So what better story to talk about on Valentine's Day than, hey, Young Frankenstein. Or, excuse me, Young Frankenstein.
Taffeta, darling, taffeta.
Taffeta, dear. And one of the things we'll talk about is how they're very socially distant with the elbows.
They are very, because,
This was 1974 they were doing this.
Not the hair.
Yeah. And he's like afraid to touch her. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So one more thing I did want to mention on Cloris Leachman before we get going. She also played Nurse Diesel in High Anxiety, another Mel Brooks film, and Madame Defarge in History of the World Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Xan probably recognizes her as Mrs. Glick on the Simpsons episode 3 Men in a Comic Book.
Boys love candy.
That's a yes.
Drew quarters.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes, obviously, because, hey, it centers around comics, so it's the great story where Bart Milhouse and, was it Nelson?
No, Martin Milhouse and Bart.
Yeah, they chip in to buy a comic book. Radioactive Man.
Yeah, they all chip in to buy Radioactive Man #1, and they just it got destroyed because the three of us
fight over it. Yeah,
because the three of us can't share.
Right.
So
it's a great episode, but yeah. So rest in peace, Cloris Leachman. Sadly, she died from natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, it wasn't COVID.
Right. She was 94 years old, so
she passed away on January 27th, 2021. So, like I said, right between our Buckaroo Banzai episode and this episode. So
yeah, like about a week and a half ago.
Yeah. Today we lost, sadly, a notable
the great
actor,
Christopher Plummer.
Yep. So rest in peace, Christopher Plummer, who Xan was kind enough to post about from Return of the Pink Panther. You know, whereas Clouseau likes to say Charles Fenton, the notorious Lytton.
Charles Fenton, the notorious Lytton.
Yes. The Phantom, yes, one and the same.
One and the same. How can a blind man be a lookout? I don't know. How can an idiot be a policeman?
Maybe we need to do a Clouseau movie.
Maybe we should do Return of the Pink Panther because I freaking love that movie.
All right, I'll put that on the list too.
Put that on the list.
I'm putting it on the list. So
Also, I think you guys need to tell us what we should get drunk to.
Well, we are taking suggestions. So
yeah, definitely.
And we'll give you our email here at the end for you to do that. So we'd love to hear. We have a pretty notable list as it is.
We do. Yes,
but
we have
there are a lot of movies out there that may not be on the list. So we'll take suggestions. We're taking suggestions.
Charles legit wearing a sweater, and I have never seen him wearing a sweater in my entire life.
Who?
You.
No, I wear sweaters all the time.
I've never seen it. Like in person, I've never seen it. I've literally only ever seen you wear t-shirts.
It's like, well, I am indoors, but I was outdoors earlier today.
We hang around in the summertime a lot, apparently.
Yes, we do. In the wintertime, like I got my coat on. If we're sitting in a movie theater or something, you can't tell that I'm wearing a sweater, but yes.
Exactly, no.
But it's like 20 bloody degrees outside, so yes, I'm wearing
really
a sweater.
damn cold. Yeah.
So do you like it? I mean, it's an old one, but yeah.
Yeah, just like I was like, oh, what's on his shirt tonight? I'm like, nothing. It's legit a sweater.
Yeah.
Charles usually he coordinates his t-shirts and his Funko.
Yeah.
With whatever we're talking about. So
if I have something related, but Young Frankenstein, I didn't have anything related.
Which is really sad that there are no Young Frankenstein. Can you imagine? Well, you know why? Because the one that everybody would want would be Igor. Yeah. Can't do a Funko of somebody with crazy eyes because Funko all has the same eyeballs.
Right. That's true.
So, yeah.
I mean, you could space them farther apart, but still, it would look weird.
But that's just not going to...
Yeah, it would look weird.
That's not going to work.
I don't know how you would do that. Unless you make them extra bulgy. I don't know.
Something. That's a good question.
That's a good... I don't know. Maybe there's some fan designs out there, but... Yeah, it would be kind of cool because, you could get a Frederick, and you could get a Frau Blücher, the monster. So, yeah. Yep. Inga.
World know that we love him!
All right. So this movie, Young Frankenstein, was released on December 15th, 1974.
Oh my God. You realize that is like 47 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. This is our oldest film we've discussed so far in Drunk Cinema. So
It is.
because we haven't, up till this point, we've only done the 80s movies. So we're finally going into a different decade, and we go backwards into the 70s.
Yep.
Yep. So don't say we don't, branch out, because we did.
No, we're not just 80s kids here.
Yeah. It's 1 hour, 45 minutes long. Received Oscar nominations for 2 of them, actually, for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Yep.
Lost to The Godfather Part 2. No surprise there.
Yeah, well,
Some movie you've heard of, The Godfather Part 2. And Best Sound, which it lost to Earthquake.
That's amazing.
Right?
Of all the things.
A disaster movie.
A disaster movie.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, I kind of noticed when I was scrolling through the Oscars for that year, I noticed that Towering Inferno was up against The Godfather Part 2 for Best Picture.
That can't be right.
It was. I swear to God.
Serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious. It was up there.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to, I don't believe you.
Look it up. It's there.
I mean, I should know this because I do Gold Standard, but we're still in the 40s, so I haven't been doing a lot of stuff.
It's going to take you like a couple of decades to get there, but you'll get there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is...
And interesting, because this was 1974, both Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein were nominated in the same year.
Oh my fucking God.
See? Was I lying or was I dying?
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah. The Towering Inferno was nominated for Best Picture.
I did not know that Irwin Allen had an Oscar nomination.
Yeah. How do you nominate? Well, I take that back because the Academy doesn't like comedies. They like comedies just above science fiction movies and superhero movies.
I was actually writing about this last night in my that I keep for Gold Standard. Mm-hmm. That there's I think there's 7 comedies that have won Oscars.
Yeah.
Oscars don't like comedies. They don't like musicals either. There's only been 11, and if that includes Amadeus. If you consider Amadeus a musical, there's been 11 musicals. Otherwise, there's only been 10.
Okay.
And there's been 1 measly horror movie, and we all know what that is.
Yes. The Silence of the Lambs. Yes.
Wow, this is a fantastic list of movies. You have Godfather Part 2.
Right.
Chinatown, The Conversation. Chinatown, by the way, if you had asked me, would have been the best picture of 1970. Yeah.
By the way, after our discussion on Ghost with the Twin Peaks podcast, when we talked Wild at Heart, I watched Chinatown on HBO Max. It's on there right now. So I got to see Diane Ladd way back in the day.
Oh, no. So Chinatown is what I would pick. Mm-hmm. The Conversation, Lenny, the Lenny Bruce movie that had Dustin Hoffman playing Lenny Bruce.
Right.
And the motherfucking Towering Inferno.
Right.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Who did you pay off, Irwin Allen?
Well, like I said, Earthquake and the Towering Inferno nominated for Academy Awards in that year.
I gotta tell you though, I mean, if you're gonna
nominate the Towering Inferno, why the hell did you not nominate Young Frankenstein? I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. I mean, the Towering the greatest disaster movie in the history of disaster movies.
Yeah, you kind of glitched up there a little bit.
It's the absolute. Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, the Towering Inferno. Now, to be fair, Irwin Allen also did the Poseidon Adventure, which is also good. But the Towering Inferno is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I know. My wife Lori is obsessed with it. Yeah.
Oh, she likes that one?
She loves disaster movies, especially from the 1970s.
Maybe we should do the Towering Inferno and get Lori drunk with us.
She won't, but it's a possibility. I could discuss it with
her.
Well,
maybe this summer when we can do movies on my patio again.
Yeah.
You guys can come over and we'll watch that.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Something to hope for.
But yeah, here's the thing, you guys. Irwin Allen, if you don't recognize his name, is a producer famous for things like Lost in Space, The Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants.
Yes.
All that.
The Fantastic Voyage, right?
Fantastic Voyage, yes. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, all that. He's very schlocky.
Yes,
so.
he's very much a B movie type.
very much a B movie, B television.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the time tunnel, I mean, it's a time travel story. It's fantastic.
Lori loves time, or excuse me, not Lori, but Jesse Jackson loves time tunnel.
Does he love time tunnel? Yeah. I had the DVDs and I watched them all once and I wasn't watching them again.
Yeah.
And I needed the space, and I know they're streaming now, but we've wanted to get that Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea set, but it's out of print, so it's pricey now, but I have the complete series of Lost in Space. I love Irwin Allen. There's nothing against Irwin Allen. But, oh, sweet Jesus. That is unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, my God. I am sorry I doubted you, Charles.
No, that's all right. It's okay. You wouldn't trust me. I see how it is. You didn't trust me, but yes. No,
nothing against Ingrid Bergman, but I think Madeline Kahn should have totally won Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Either that or Diane Ladd should have won for Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, because Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, if you guys don't know what that movie is, if you remember the sitcom, Alice.
Yeah.
That's what
it was based on.
Movie.
Yeah.
This is like the serious movie that Alice was based on. And Diane Ladd plays Flo, like Kiss My Grits.
Yes.
Like, that's Diane Ladd's character. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, wow. That's...
Just blew your mind with that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Score.
The Ship of Denny Kravitz. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. The score of this movie, Young Frankenstein.
John Morris, baby.
John Morris, yes, who Xan and I talked recently when we discussed The Elephant Man on Ghost with the Twin Peaks podcast. Also did, of course, Blazing Saddles, The Producers, High Anxiety, Spaceballs, so obviously Mel's go-to composer.
I was going to say, I'm noticing a pattern here.
Yeah, a little bit. He also did Johnny Dangerously, one of my all-time favorites from the 80s, and Dirty Dancing.
Charles, put that on the list.
Johnny Dangerously?
Hell yes.
Yeah, we got to put that on the list, too.
Another fantastic Peter Boyle movie, also.
You fargen icehole son of a bitch.
Oh, you fargen sneaky bastard.
Yeah, we're going to put that on there. All right, it's on the list.
Roman Maroney. What is it? Roman Maroney?
Yes.
Deported to Russia, claims he's not from there.
It's an 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools. Shouldn't kick me in the balls. Right. My mother did that
kicked
once.
Me in the balls once.
Yeah. Once. Do you know your last name is an adverb?
You can't park here. It's for the handicapped. I am handicapped. I'm psychotic.
See, so many good lines, and we haven't even touched Young Frankenstein yet. So,
you guys, that's an Amy Heckerling movie.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Amy Heckerling, who I don't know, did Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. Maybe you've heard of her.
Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah. Where the hell are we?
So many good lines in that movie.
That movie's so great.
It is. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. Underrated. Cast.
Bargain ice holes.
Cast, of course, in this one. Gene Wilder as Dr. Frederick Frankenstein.
No, it isn't. It's Frederick Frankenstein.
So, notably, of course, he did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I mean, if you need to know who Gene Wilder is, I think you need to just push pause and re-examine your childhood and then come back.
Yeah. Because presumably you've never watched Willy Wonka, Blazing Saddles, or even Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor.
Or fucking Silver Streak, which is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. So, just an incredible actor. An actor who, as far as I'm concerned, would have been great as the Doctor on Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, he would have been.
Because he's just got that presence.
Yes.
I think it would be perfect for the role.
Absolutely does.
Just one of those all-time dream castings, kind of like in a Tom Baker kind of way. He would have been perfect. Yeah. He would have been totally perfect for that.
Absolutely.
Peter Boyle plays the monster.
The monster, yes.
Who we talked about not too long ago on Ghostwood when we discussed a little bit of Clyde Bruckman.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was played Clyde Bruckman in the X-Files episode, Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose.
I can't think of a more humiliating way to die than autoerotic asphyxiation.
And like Xan said, he's also in Johnny Dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite little roles that he's in, Mo Shrevnitz in The Shadow.
Oh my God.
The 1994 Alec Baldwin version.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I liked him in that movie. That was good.
Yep.
Marty Feldman, of course, as Igor.
Yes, Marty Feldman, who is...
Damn your eyes. Too late.
Too late.
Yeah.
Marty Feldman was an extremely, extremely, extremely talented comedic actor, and he passed away in 1982 from shellfish poisoning.
I thought it was a heart attack, or was it caused by the heart attack caused by shellfish poisoning?
I think it might have been that, but yeah, it was shellfish poisoning that brought on everything. Yeah,
and he was filming Yellowbeard, another like really obscure movie that I love from the 80s. But so they had to kind of like finish the movie without him.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to bring
work around his death. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a movie, one of those, Charles, I'm sure you remember this, but
you're old enough, you remember this. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, you remember back in the day before we all had cable?
Right. The dark days, the dark times before the Empire.
Just weird ass movies would come on like super late at night. Mm-hmm. And, like you'd watch Saturday Night Live, and then at 1 a.m. in the morning, some weird ass movie would come on.
Or in my case, you watched the Big Chuck Little John show out of Cleveland.
The Big Chuck and Little John show, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there were these weird movies that would come on real late at night that some of them were fantastic. Like that's how I first saw the movie The Swarm, again, an Irwin Allen movie about bees.
Right.
Well, there's a movie that I want to say Marty Feldman wrote this too, but he was in it also. Where he plays, it's called In God We Trust. Mm-hmm. And he plays like a monk that like comes to the city to try and find money because the monastery is going bankrupt. So he meets a hooker who is Louise Lasser, Mary Hartman.
Right.
And is being told by some televangelist who is Andy Kaufman about
interesting cast in this one.
How to find God, G-O-D, who is played by Richard Pryor. I mean, this movie is so bizarre.
Really? I've never heard of this movie.
Yeah, it's a really, really, it's one of those movies where like you grow up knowing you saw it and then you're like, did I actually watch that? Like no one else has ever seen it. You're the only one that is like, do you remember that movie where Marty Feldman is a monk and everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Did you dream that movie? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a completely, one of my favorite scenes in it is he's talking to Louise Lasser and they're in a diner and he's talking about being a monk and how the Bible tells you not to do all of these things, but then doesn't tell you what those things actually are. And he's like, it's like the Bible says do not fornicate, but it doesn't tell you what fornicating is. Like I could be sitting here right now fornicating and have no idea that I'm doing it. So I always thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, Marty Feldman left this mortal coil way too soon.
Yeah, he was also in another Mel Brooks film, Silent Movie.
So I love
did a pretty notable episode of The Muppet Show back in the day.
Do you know who has the only speaking role in Mel Brooks' Silent Movie?
Who?
Marceau.
That's funny. Because Marcel Marceau, for those who don't know, is a professional mime. So that's what makes it funny.
He's the only person that has a speaking line in Mel
That's
Brooks'
funny.
Movie. I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Mel, you're a genius. We talked about Cloris Leachman as Frau Blücher.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Teri Garr plays Inga, and who I think is very underrated in this movie. She's really good in it.
Teri Garr is underrated in general. She's wonderful. She can do anything. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
I first got to know her because she played Roberta Lincoln on the classic Star Trek episode Assignment Earth.
Yes, that's right. I think my first exposure to Teri Garr was probably Mr. Mom.
Okay. I did see that movie. Yeah, I was going to mention that. She was also in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
She was in Close Encounters.
And as an animation fan, I remember her from playing Mary McGinnis, Terry McGinnis's mom on Batman Beyond back in the day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep, so that's
and
her.
For all of you out there like me who were in college in the 90s and you're fans of the TV show Friends, She plays Phoebe's mother.
That makes it perfect. That's perfect casting right there.
Yeah, her mother is Teri Garr and her father is Bob Balaban.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
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 Kenneth Mars, we talked about a little bit, plays Inspector Hans Wilhelm Friedrich Kemp.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie What's Up, Doc?
No, I haven't.
Okay. If you've never, I mean, that's, if you haven't seen it, it's a bad candidate for during cinema, but it's
okay.
It's a hilarious movie.
I could track it down if you want.
Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. I know it's not like me to recommend a Ryan O'Neal movie.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
I didn't know you had a thing against Ryan O'Neal, but that's okay.
Well, you know that Simpsons quote where they go to the video store as a family and they go to rent a movie, so they rent the movie Love Story.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all watching it, and Homer and Marge are kind of getting into it, but the kids don't like it. And Lisa says, "I hate this movie. She's wooden and unpleasant, and no matter what he does, he's still Ryan O'Neal," which is totally how I feel about Ryan O'Neal.
Right.
Like, no matter how good he can be in a movie, he's still Ryan O'Neal, and he's still
exactly.
a complete and total asshat.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy with Ryan O'Neal and Barbara Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that's a hard sell for a lot of people.
That is a really hard sell. Yes.
Really hard sell. Okay, but here's the thing about Barbara Streisand. Say what you want to about her as a singer. Tell me all about how you're sick of listening to her because you grew up with your mom playing her records all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to comedies, she is second to none.
Okay.
She is fantastic comedic actress.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, What's Up, Doc is one of the greatest movies ever. And anyway, Kenneth Mars is in that. That's my other favorite Kenneth Mars movie.
Okay. Those are good recommendations. He was also in Yellowbeard, interestingly enough. Yep. And he was in The Producers, another Mel Brooks film. And he was also in Fletch with Chevy Chase.
That is my major. I have technically I have three.
Mm-hmm.
Three major 1980s failings as a moviegoer.
Not seeing Fletch?
Never seen Fletch.
Okay, well, at least there's a movie that I've seen that you haven't seen for once. Yes.
I've never seen Top Gun, but I refuse to see Top Gun.
Yeah, you have a Tom Cruise thing. Yeah.
See, it's one of those things where it's like I'm 44 and I've still never seen it, so I would like that to be on my epitaph.
Or any of the Mission Possible movies.
Oh yeah, I've seen a total of 3 Tom Cruise movies in my entire life. And I'm working on it.
Let me guess. Legend?
No.
No? I thought you would have been all over Legend.
Nope.
Interesting. Interview with a Vampire?
Okay, there's 4. I forgot about it.
You forgot about that one.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, Interview with a Vampire.
Okay. A Few Good Men?
No.
That's a great movie. Let's see. Risky Business?
Nope.
Okay. I've seen that one too. God, what else?
Oh, yeah, when you were in junior high, there's a movie about a hot blonde hooker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you saw that one, Charles.
Yeah. Okay, granted. All right.
I had an ex-boyfriend one time talking to me about some shitty movie he saw. And
Rebecca De Mornay, yes, in Risky Business. It's good.
I said, why did you bother watching that movie? And he said, because I was 12 and there were tits in it. And I'm like, okay, I cannot argue with you about that.
That's why, why you watch Risky Business for Rebecca De Mornay and Fast Times at Ridgemont High for Phoebe Cates. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I confess. Yes.
Yeah, we all know.
Okay. All right. I'll own it.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah,
Charles?
please. Yeah, please do that. It might be faster. Yeah.
Okay. Rain Man. The Outsiders. The Outsiders.
Yeah, Lori loves The Outsiders.
And you know that my favorite director after David Lynch is Stanley Kubrick.
Right. So Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Interesting.
So, but I would like to see, Chris really wants me to see Magnolia, and so I'll probably wind up with Magnolia.
Okay.
But yeah, I've never seen Fletch, never seen Top Gun, and I've never seen Lethal Weapon.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know, right?
Well, obviously nowadays it's like, I wouldn't want to watch Lethal Weapon. It's hard enough for me to watch like The Road Warrior,
Oh,
even though I love The Road Warrior.
I owned.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? What is the name of the? Oh man. Oh, I can't think of it. The Bar- I own Bartertown Sugar Tits.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Bartertown. I could not think of the name of it. I was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
All right. I got a couple more cast members, and then we can get started.
Yes, we do.
So Madeline Kahn plays Elizabeth,
Madeline Kahn.
who is
Oh my
just
God,
fantastic.
I love her. Madeline Kahn.
One of my favorites is Lily von Stupp in Blazing Saddles.
Lily von Stupp. Yes.
She's fantastic in that movie.
Let's check. Okay, let me look at this here. Madeline Kahn also in the Muppet movie.
Right. Yes.
So, yep.
And Empress Nympho in History of the World Part 1, which I just love the name, Empress Nympho.
And Mrs. White in Clue.
Mrs. White in Clue, Gypsy in A Bug's Life. She did the voice for that.
Yes, she did.
So just lots of great things. Obviously, you know, she's got a pretty wonderful career as well before she passed.
Yeah, she did.
Gene Hackman plays Harold the Blind Man. And obviously, Gene Hackman, big for Xan and I because he played Lex Luthor, King of Australia.
The greatest criminal mind of our time.
Exactly. In Superman's 1, 2, and 4, The Quest for Peace.
Mm-hmm.
And he also played, notably, Jimmy Popeye Doyle in The French Connection.
Popeye Doyle.
Which I enjoyed that movie. And Unforgiven. He's in the Clint Eastwood movie Unforgiven, which is, I think that got him an Academy Award nomination, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it did. He also
Because he's really good in that as the bad guy in that movie.
Gene Hackman is in the top 5 greatest American actors in the history of acting.
Yeah.
I personally would put him above Spencer Tracy.
I would too.
Because I feel like he can do comedy better than Spencer Tracy can.
Yeah. As Lex Luthor proved. You know,
right. Spencer Tracy is more of a straight man when he does comedy, whereas Gene Hackman can deliver the comedy a little better. So,
or like in this movie too, I should say.
Yeah, I consider Gene Hackman to be.
He's got more range.
Yeah, I think he's the greatest American actor that has been in film.
Yeah. I just looked it up. I think he's like 94 now.
Yeah.
He's
getting up there, and he writes spy novels now.
That's excellent.
So, yeah, but Gene Hackman for me is the greatest American actor in film, and I think after him I would have to pick either Spencer Tracy or Robert De Niro. And Robert De Niro because I feel like he doesn't have any ego at all. He will take a smaller part in a movie because he likes the part.
Right.
Like, he doesn't have to be the star of a movie. And I think that is a mark of a fantastic actor. Like, for example, he's in Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
Okay.
And he's not who you think of.
Right.
He's definitely not, he's not in the main cast at all. He's not in it very much. His face is covered through most of it. But that's okay. He doesn't have to be the star of the movie. He's in Angel Heart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a bit part in Angel Heart, but I would call it not a lot of screen time.
Right.
But doesn't matter. He'll do anything that's good. So.
All right. So shall we get started with our commentary?
Let's get started.
All right. Everybody's kind of like heard our prologue before, enough, right?
Yes.
So,
exactly.
So if you want to watch Young Frankenstein with us, and we definitely encourage that you do.
And you do.
You do. We are currently queued up at the 2-minute 50-second mark, right at the spot where it says Director of Photography, Gerald Hirschfeld, ASC.
And before we get started, Charles, let's divulge our beverages.
Yes. So what are you drinking tonight? Because I'm just drinking a Heineken because Pabst Blue Ribbon, they were all out. So
basically, you just opened me up to be able to say Heineken. Fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's why I did that. Yes.
Are you gonna not hear me honking the horn later because you have to pee?
Nice.
All right. Anyway, I am drinking.
I just had total flashbacks of our Blue Velvet discussion on Ghostwood.
I'm drinking Untitled Art's latest opus, which is Peaches Sour a la Mode.
Yeah.
It's like a creamy, sour peach beer.
And you said it was really good.
It is delicious. Yes. And once again, our disclaimer that Charles and I are not minors. We are definitely of age and then some. And we are drinking these adult beverages.
Mentally, it's judgment
Mentally,
call.
it's borderline.
Yeah.
We're drinking these adult beverages in our own homes. We are not driving. We are definitely socially distancing. And our spouses are here in case we do anything stupid, like fall over the back of a chair while we're looking for an autographed paperback. Someone can take us to the hospital.
I don't know. No. Who was that? I forget.
I don't know. I think it was you, Charles.
That's funny because I have a recording that says different, but
yeah, well, recordings can be altered.
Yeah. So should we put in one of those disclaimer labels with that the digital media may have been altered, that kind of thing, content, altered content.
Really, not this much of a hapless idiot.
Yeah.
She's really a very charming person in real life.
Yes. But thankfully, Xan is sitting down at the moment, so
yes, I'm sitting
there's
down.
little chance of that happening a second time.
Well, Xan's going to get more beer pretty soon, but
okay.
The beer is not behind the chair.
Yeah. So at the moment, it's not very risky. Let's just put it.
No, it's not. There's not a lot of risk of that.
Minimal risk. So
minimal. Yeah.
So we're not in any OSHA violations at the moment, but
nope.
Fingers crossed, right? All right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll eat some raw chicken when we're drunk. I don't know.
This could be audio history here, so stay tuned.
I know, right?
All right. So like I said, we're at the 250 mark. Director of photography, Gerald Hirschfeld. And we get a nice little still shot of the castle right before we're going to cut to live action. So.
Alrighty.
All right. So if everybody's ready, got your DVDs queued up at home or Blu-rays or what have you, we will press play in 3, 2, 1. Doink.
Doink. There we go.
See, was that a great spot or what? To cue
a good spot. So now we're in the little rainy alcove here. And I will say that they did a good job with this castle because it is very reminiscent of Bran Castle in Romania.
Right.
And when I went to Bran Castle in Romania, there was a girl on the tour with me who was a fan of this movie also. And she made like a knockers joke. And then there was the Bran Castle it just happens to be what they have decided is Dracula's castle. Because Dracula was never actually there. It's a military outpost. It's not anything anyone. So because that's why it's on the side of a mountain is because it's a military outpost lookout.
Right.
And so it has all of these really, really dangerous steps in it because it's just
the staircase will be treacherous. Yes.
I said that like 7 times when I was going up the stairs there. Because there's one where it's there's
did you carry up candles that weren't lit?
Rope.
Did you carry up candles that weren't lit?
Oh, listen very carefully.
Nice. Put the candle back.
Put the candle back, and then.
All right. So here we are, opening shot where we're going to do a little, and this is really nice direction here by Mel.
Yep.
Just that kind of pan over above the coffin as we see Baron von Frankenstein.
The Baron.
He was my boyfriend. Yes. So he's not looking a little good there. He looks like he's lost a little weight.
So I was watching a couple of the deleted scenes before we started doing this, Charles.
Yep. This is funny.
The reason...
Don't be so grabby.
Don't be so grabby. The reason this is going on is because the deal was his will was to be read on his 100th birthday.
Right.
So, and they read the will, and
so essentially this is like the executor taking the will to Frederick.
Right, Frederick.
Frederick, yes. We might as well call him by the butcher name, yeah.
Yeah. This is an actor named Richard Haydn, who was in an episode of The Twilight Zone called A Thing About Machines, where he hates machines, so of course the machines turn on him.
Of course.
Yes, that's how that works.
So here's Frederick giving a lecture.
Yes.
And talking about the
and we're not sure if he's drawing
medulla oblongata,
the vein of Galen, and so at that point I just thought, that's it, let's get out.
Right.
He's got 2 brain surgeon movies in a row, Charles. How did we do that?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's Frankenstein. Yeah. Hey, it's Brainy Smurf, everybody.
Here's the great Danny Goldman, Brainy Smurf from the Smurfs.
But Papa Smurf says...
Yes! Yes! We all know what he says. So...
We all know what he did.
We all know what he did. I think that's one of my most quoted lines from this movie. I don't know.
You love that quote, yes.
I love that quote. I think it's great.
This is a great quote. I have no problem with it. Famous cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Yeah.
Big laughs. Big laughs.
And we have, in the front row there, we have Richard Sakai from The Simpsons.
Richie Sakai? Really?
It looks like him. Yeah,
it does. All right. So here we have a volunteer.
Give him an extra $1.
Yeah, give him an extra. That's one of my favorite quotes. I love that quote.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who is apparently the frailest guy in the world.
I know. He kind of looks like he's already dead. So
why don't you just hop up there?
Yeah.
Nice hopping.
Yeah, nice hopping.
Yeah. Of the Columbus Hilltops?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He had to think for a moment about which knee he was going to raise, by the way.
I know. I think that's great.
So essentially, he's talking about, motor impulses and voluntary muscular control. And trying to distinguish between involuntary movements.
Yeah. Excuse me.
You filthy, rotten, yellow son of a bitch.
A bitch!
Slightly racist there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I love how he just looks at him like...
He's like, what the...
Yeah, I think we might be a little out of sync, Charles.
Okay, am I too fast?
I think you're a little too fast, so...
Okay, let me see if I can go back 10 seconds.
No, I don't think you're that fast.
Right.
Just let's see what's going to happen here. For 5 or 6 seconds. Another grabbing bastard!
As you can see, all communication is shut off.
Yeah, you did it. I think we're good.
All right.
Right, of her mechanical magnificence. Were not for this continuous stream of motor impulses, we would collapse
like a bunch of broccoli. Give him an extra $1.
Poor old man just got kneed in the nuts in front of like 100 kids.
A whole $1. Yay.
A whole $1, huh? Wow.
Yep.
He should be happy he's not being purchased by Burke and Hare. On Earth to regenerate life back into it. Or is there?
Yep. Dr. Frankenstein.
Isn't it true that Darwin preserved a piece of vermicelli in a glass case until by some extraordinary means it actually began to move with a voluntary motion?
Are you
You're
speaking of the worm or the spaghetti?
I love how he says it.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things about Gene Wilder is his delivery.
Enunciation. Yeah, he's got fantastic. And his comedic timing is spectacular.
It is spectacular. You know the only problem with Gene Wilder is?
What?
I can see that there's padding in his pants for when he's going to stab himself here in a minute.
Ah.
It's totally obvious.
Aren't you the least bit curious about it?
Brainy, shut up.
Yeah,
okay?
Shut up, Brainy.
Ravings of a lunatic mind. Dead is dead.
Kidneys are tinker toys. What I love about Gene is when he does his little shouty parts. He's got a great shouting voice. Yeah.
Yeah. My grandfather's work was
doo-doo. Watch the scalpel, everybody.
But look at his leg. It's so obviously there's padding.
Stab. Wait, you didn't think he was going to stab his own leg, did you?
No, of course not. But he should probably have.
This is dismissed.
I just love how he lets go of it and then holds it.
Now you notice there wasn't any blood spurting out when he pulls it out.
No, there's not. Because he did it into
Frankenstein.
Brainy Smith. Yeah, Brainy Smurf passed away last year. It was,
yeah.
He was in there were 227 episodes of the Smurfs too. So
he got well paid.
Yeah, he did a good one. Excuse me, Papa Smurf. Shut up, Brainy. Goddamn mouth. Oh.
None of the lips.
None of the lips. During that party. Yeah, she doesn't want him to mess up her makeup or her hair.
Yeah, exactly. So he's trying to be affectionate and just it's not happening.
Yeah. I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Today, I'm wondering what how bad of a dive lipstick sales have taken. Because what's the point of lipstick right now?
Right, because you're wearing a mask. So yeah.
Exactly.
The hair.
I prefer old-fashioned wedding nights.
Hey now. The hair. It wouldn't surprise me if that was ad-libbed.
Taffeta, darling. Oh, yes, taffeta.
Sweetheart.
You know, the dress is taffeta. It wrinkles so easily.
That horrid man. She is so good at playing this type of character.
Nails. Sorry. Madeline Kahn is just...
So this is love in the age of COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Don't actually touch
elbows.
Me. Yep, they do their elbows.
See? If they could do it in 1974, you could do it now.
You can do it now. Exactly.
He blows her a kiss and she ducks.
Kahn is so just...
She's just ducks.
Mm-hmm. Coughing on the train. Now,
what I love about her is what I loved about Madeline Kahn was that she's this very attractive woman, but she's not afraid to be funny.
No, Madeline Kahn also in What's Up, Doc.
Yeah,
very early version of her in What's Up, Doc. Okay, I think this is a hilarious gag.
Yes.
First of all, there's different people on the train. He's taken a train to Transylvania from New York.
Yeah, how does that work, right?
Doesn't exactly work. Yeah. I think that's a hilarious joke.
Transylvania next.
Yeah. Track 29.
Can I give you a
Can
shine?
I give you a shine?
That old joke.
No thanks. Yeah, that's the one thing I will say for Mel Brooks. He's never afraid to dust off an old chestnut.
No, he goes way, way back. Probably the
Yeah.
stuff that made him laugh as a kid.
As a child, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So these are like really obscure. These were obscure jokes even for 1974.
Seriously. Yeah, these were dad jokes in 1974.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein? And it's the great Marty Feldman.
Yes.
You're putting me on.
No, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Also say Frederick.
Well, why isn't it Frederick Frankenstein? Yeah.
Because it isn't. It's Frederick Frankenstein.
I see. No, it's pronounced Igor. Yeah.
It's Igor. Well, they were wrong then, weren't they? I love that little smirk.
Right. Yeah.
That little, frown he does. I think that's so adorable.
It's that kind of, F you is well, you're going to, mispronounce your name? Well, then fine, I'll mispronounce my name.
Yeah. And he's like, well, they were wrong then, weren't they? And he just gives him that little stick.
Ooh. Sorry.
Everybody's... I don't mean to embarrass you, but...
I'm rather a brilliant surgeon. I have a jet car and everything. Oh, wait, that's a different guy.
Oh, that's a different... Yeah. We're getting our brain surgeons mixed up.
Abby something.
Abby, are you telling... Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead.
I'm not going to get so drunk that I quote the movie before it happens.
Right. It's the time you walk this way. Now, here's an interesting bit of trivia for those who don't know. That quote where Igor says "walk this way" was actually inspired the 1975 song "Walk This Way" by Aerosmith. Yep. Apparently they were deciding to take a break from recording, so the band members and this producer named Jack Douglas went down to Times Square to see Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. And they got on the way back to the studio, they were laughing. And Marty Feldman, talking about the Walk This Way, and then the producer suggested they use this as the title for their song.
Oh, I like that.
Hello, Inga.
It's like I have a roll in the hay.
It's fun. Roll, roll, roll in the hay.
Again, another old joke.
Yep.
Roll in the hay, for those of you who don't know,
means sex. Yeah. It's a euphemism. Yeah.
And
can we just talk about how great it was that Mel Brooks decided to shoot this movie in black and white, just like the original, Frankenstein movies?
The James Whale Frankenstein.
Yeah, the James Whale Frankenstein.
That's another actress who I think was absolutely wonderful and very gorgeous. Was Elsa Lanchester?
Oh yeah, the Bride.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I think Elsa was gorgeous.
Yep, and Madeline Kahn does a nice, wonderful tribute to her.
Wolf.
There, Wolf.
There, Castle.
There, Castle. Why are you talking that way?
So, okay, I thought you wanted to. No, I don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
Beat yourself.
I'm easy.
Do you guys know the YouTube video with the dramatic chipmunk that looks?
Yes.
Looks
dun,
like
dun, dun. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that's where this
is where that music comes from.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. From the brilliant mind of John Morris. Oh. When I was a kid, I thought,
what knockers?
I thought the walk this way
Boom.
joke was
Doom.
The pinnacle of comedy.
Doom.
I used to do that all the time when I would go downstairs. I would walk this way.
What?
What knockers?
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Yeah. Knockers, for those of you who don't know, are boobies.
Right. I think that's pretty obvious from the scene, but yeah.
That's pretty obvious from the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There she is. Cloris Leachman, everybody.
Oh, here she is.
I am Frau Blücher.
And that's a running gag.
Yes. The whole bit where the horse is whinny every time that she mentions the word. Somebody mentions the word Blücher. Your rooms have been prepared, Herr Doctor.
Sure. I've always tried to figure out exactly what time period was supposed to be taking place.
Right. And Cloris Leachman, she was really good at playing older women, even when she was young at this point.
Right. Yeah, Cloris Leachman.
She just had that kind of face, I guess.
Yep.
Here's one of my favorite parts. Blücher! Yeah. And he's all pleased with himself.
Look at this grin he gets.
It's one of the funny things is, like, Igor is the character in this movie that actually breaks the fourth wall to the audience.
Oh, he does. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest, he's kind of the best one.
Now, normally that would have been Mel Brooks, but apparently Gene Wilder said the only reason he would star in Young Frankenstein is if Mel Brooks wasn't in it.
Yes.
Because he didn't want Mel Brooks. He said he didn't want Mel breaking the fourth wall all the time. So Marty Feldman ends up doing it anyway.
Here's the thing, though. I think that...
Oh, stay close to the candles. The staircase can be treacherous. And they're not lit. The candles aren't lit. That's the gag.
I know. I love that the candles are not lit. I think that's ridiculous.
These great subtle gags.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I want to know. Who has that painting? I wonder if Gene Wilder had it and now his wife has it, or if
That's a good question. What happened to that?
Yeah.
Mel probably has it.
There's the Berens Medical Library.
I wonder if Mel kept it.
Those were all very general. Any doctor would have them in his study.
I looked at one whole book. Frankenstein. Slightly awkward here.
Slightly awkward bit.
Good night.
Yeah.
Would the doctor care for a brandy before retiring? No, thank you. Some more milk? Perhaps? No. Thank you very much. No thanks. Ovaltine.
Ovaltine.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Son of a bitch.
A commercial? A lousy commercial? Good night. Then I will say good night.
I don't think I've ever had Ovaltine.
I have never had Ovaltine.
Yeah, if there was why would I drink Ovaltine?
Now look at the shaving mirror.
Yep.
Laying a little smoochy on Victor.
Little smoochy on Victor!
Victor.
So. Good night.
It's like, bitch, leave. I want to go to bed. All right.
Yeah, if you can buy Nesquik, why would you buy Ovaltine?
It's a good question.
That's what I'm thinking here.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
Destiny. Yeah, I always find these gigantic castles kind of bizarre. Like they have like 115 rooms.
Yeah.
And they all are fully furnished with oak or ebony bed sets. They're also
right.
ornate. I think it's wonderful.
But like the Elephant Man, this movie's shot beautifully for black and white.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Looks great. I'll say it. Destiny. No escaping that for me. Destiny. No escaping that for me.
I wonder who did that painting. I've never been able to. I wonder if there's got to be a book on the making of that.
I'm sure there is. It's out there somewhere. You are having a Nachtmare, which is Nacht is German for night. So there you go.
So that's what I'm wondering.
One of the fewer words I remember from my German class.
There is a lot of like Austro-Hungarian
Right.
Greece.
Crossover. Yeah.
In Romania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Romania, the way it is now,
Right.
has only been a country for like 150 years. It's not a very old country. But the region in Transylvania is not a town; it's a region.
Right.
So
Yes, you are definitely our Romanian expert since you've been there.
yes, I have been there. It's actually quite a beautiful place. It's such a
Hand me that
fascinating.
candle, will you?
Why don't they do this
the
anymore?
candle back?
Put the candle back. Why don't they build houses with secret passages anymore, Charles?
Maybe they do, and it's secret.
Yeah, well, where is the secret passageway in my house?
Well, you have to apparently pull the right candle.
See, all my candles are in tins that I bought at Aldi. So that's probably my problem.
Yeah, probably. It's
I think
it's probably behind your CD case, your CD shelves,
my copious amounts of CD shelves.
which I'm looking at right now.
You're looking at this. I'm going to start a paper route right now.
Shove against the other side of the bookcase. Is it perfectly clear? I love that he's kind of talking like Mickey Mouse in this scene.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So now this is the part of the movie where Xan's been drinking too much on an empty stomach.
So this is where things get fun, kids. Strap yourselves in. We're going for a ride.
Hold on, lady. We're going for a ride. So I'm going to pretend like it's 1988 and I'm at the mall and there's a Hot Sam.
Oh, I've missed that store so damn much.
Oh my God, Hot Sam.
One of my all-time favorite pretzel store.
I mean, I love Auntie Annie's, but
yeah, Etienne's are good, but Hot Sam's were the bomb, yo.
I feel like Auntie Annie's is not really pretzels. They're more like they're more like just buttery goodness. You know, they're more butter than they are pretzel.
Right, they are.
But Hot Sam was like
that was heaven.
Especially
when they were like so hot and fresh right out of the oven.
Yeah.
And
they were like your traditional hot pretzel, like that you would get like at any snack bar, like in that little cage where they all hang from there.
It's just a rat. Rats.
Oh, rats.
Rats. Millions of them.
Rats. Come on, rats.
I love that he grabs the door handle here and it just breaks apart.
There are so many great little sight gags in this movie.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. Like I said, that's what makes this one of the greatest comedies in the history of film.
Mm-hmm.
There's just these dumb little things,
and you have to be probably somebody that appreciates sight gags.
You have to appreciate sight gags, and you have to appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, and speaking of which, here's a classic right here: 2 Years Dead, 6 months dead.
I know you love this one, Charles.
I love this scene right here.
I know you do.
I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me. Yakada, yakada. I go Frederick. Just have to be hanging out there. It's great.
I know. I love it.
It's just genius.
Yeah, this movie is.
Call it a hunch.
Marty Feldman, man. He's doing all this right here.
Yep. It might be dangerous. You go first. Egyptian asks. Very dangerous. You go first.
You go first.
So, apparently Sala and Igor are related.
They're related, yeah. Well, they're both really good sidekicks.
That's true. This is true. Kind of wonder if maybe Spielberg and Lucas nicked that from Young Frankenstein.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
You mean George Lucas copied somebody?
I know, right? Damn your eyes. Too late.
Too late. So,
and here's where we get a big homage to the original 1931 Frankenstein.
Yes.
And if I recall correctly, didn't Mel get the actual lab equipment from that movie?
Yeah, he did. He got some of the actual original stuff.
Yeah. All the machines and whatnot. It'll spark itch.
Yeah, and Igor turning on the light switch and getting electrocuted. Also, for like 5-year-old me,
yeah,
again, like the pinnacle of comedy.
Mm-hmm. What a filthy mess. I don't know, a little paint, a few flowers, a couple of throw pillows.
Throw pillows?
And then he nuzzles up to his shoulder. That's hilarious. Like a cat.
He's so great.
The
only real crime with this movie is that we don't get more scenes with Marty Feldman and Madeline Kahn.
Well, the thing is, like, Marty Feldman steals every scene he's in this movie.
He steals every scene he's in. He's so good.
You can't help but watch him because he's always doing, like, he doesn't just stand there. Like right now, he's like crouching, and it looks like you don't know what he's going to be doing next.
Yeah.
So it's it's just this great comedy team right here with Gene Wilder playing the straight man, who's obviously a little unhinged because he's a mad scientist, and then you've got Inga, Teri Garr's character, kind of being the ingenue.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marty Feldman just being this oddball, unpredictable character. It's just a great comedy trio.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
The dynamic is fabulous.
But I love how Marty Feldman and how Madeline Kahn play off each other.
Yeah. The chemistry is just fabulous.
Yeah, they're so good.
This is my grandfather's private library.
I can feel it.
And then look one direction. And How I Did It by O.J. Simpson.
How I Did It, Victor Frankenstein.
By O.J. Simpson.
Oh, man. That's just, how do you even think that that's even remotely a good idea?
I know, right?
Like, when you're being sued in a civil suit, and when people think you killed the whole world thinks you killed your wife, and you just egg it on, that's just at best, it's just not reading the room.
No. It's just, too much trolling, I guess. Natural trolling.
Yeah, exactly. Way too much.
Became capable of bestowing animation upon lifeless matter.
It can be done.
It could work. Dun, dun. And then notice the painting has changed to him smiling.
I know. It's smiling now.
So there's 2 paintings out there.
Again, my question stands. Who has them?
Right. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably some collector somewhere got a hold of them.
Yeah, somebody. I should ask my friend Dave. He's big in movie collectibles. He might know. So
here they're talking to the stature of the creature.
He would have an enormous Schwanzstückel.
Yep.
Goes without saying.
He's going to be very popular.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines, too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He would have an enormous Schwanzstückel.
Goes without saying.
It goes without saying. Yeah. Woof. He's going to be very popular.
I like this scene, too, where they...
And for some reason, he has a riding crop here. I don't know why, but... Why does he have a riding crop?
To do that flourish when he turns around.
Yeah. Something like this.
Yeah, I love this bit where he hangs it from the
Yes.
andirons, and then we cut to
the
Peter
graveyard.
Boyle hanging from the gallows.
Yeah. Crude, yes. Primitive, yes.
Perhaps even grotesque.
This might be our man.
So, Charles, I'm now drinking, I drank this a couple of times
Nice
ago, too.
dissolve.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that dissolve.
Yes.
I'm now doing Untitled Art Pixie
That was my
Mix.
MST3K nod, by the way.
Nice. Good one.
Thank you.
One. This is Pixie Mix, which is essentially great alcoholic grape Kool-Aid.
Whack.
And it's delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
You're going to have to make some of that whenever we can actually hang out.
Well, it's limited edition, so maybe I will, maybe I'll be nice and save you one.
That's all right.
It's a great Pixie Mix.
That's nice.
So,
I would be all over that. I would be all over that in a heartbeat.
You want to know what I learned at Hot Sam that I never knew or never would have expected?
Know what?
You know what's delicious on a hot pretzel?
What?
Cream cheese.
It's kind of like a bagel.
I used to go to Hot Sam and I would get pretzel bites with cream cheese dipping sauce. Or cream cheese for dipping. It's not really a dip. How do I spill a beer without even drinking it?
Because drunk cinema. It's what we do.
I'm not drinking it fast enough, that's why.
There you go. See, your problem was letting the gravity take effect.
It could be worse.
Ow.
It could be raining.
That look.
That's a great gag. That's one that Chris and I quote all the time.
Yeah, it's a great one.
All right, I am losing my power. So.
Wipe. Screen wipe. By George Lucas.
Screen wipe. There's more wipes than star wipes. I'm taking my name off this thing.
I like how they're trying to smuggle this body right through the center of town.
I know, right?
On a stone street, a cobblestone street.
Kenneth Mars is...
and then they drop it. Yeah. And their arms sticking out. They count arms. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I love this.
Then guard shows up with some obviously very fake buildings.
Yep, backlot buildings.
Yep. So he covers it up by trying to pretend that his hand is poking through his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
It's his hand. It's picking the nail.
Yep.
Regardless of the fact that it's like double in size compared to his.
I know, right?
Nice to meet you, Constable. Why, you're chilled to the bone, sir. Little nip from the old bottle wouldn't be too bad, would it, sir?
That's the ticket.
Certainly on this podcast.
Seriously.
It's what we do.
Yeah, like you're right, Charles. You gotta like sight gags to like this one.
Exactly. I love sight gags, so it's good. Of course, I grew up on Looney Tunes, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some foot fetish porn for Quentin Tarantino.
Oh boy. I lost you there for a second. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me
froze
now?
Up on me. I can hear you now, but you were like frozen in time there for a second.
It happens.
Yes, and here we see that Igor's hump is moving sides.
Yes. So he's all he smiles to the camera. He knows that we're watching him. So like we're in on his joke with Frederick.
Yep.
That he keeps switching his humps. Brain depository because after 5 p.m. slip brains through slot in door.
That cracks me up. Like, what are your qualifications to work at a brain depository?
Right.
Like,
for one thing, how does this small town have a brain depository?
No.
But hey,
Imagine the size of a brain depository in a larger town.
He startles himself with his own hand.
It's a good gag.
It's a great gag.
It's very cowardly lion.
Right. Shh, shh, shh. Hans Delbruck. Look to the camera. Snod. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yoink.
Also, I will say, why is there a mirror?
Right. Well, because otherwise he wouldn't be startled by himself.
That makes sense. It should have just been like a door or something.
Yeah. Well, that one's done. I guess I'll just take this abnormal brain. It says, do not use this brain. Right on it.
Shout out to my friend Abby Yeomans, who we call Abby Normal.
Right. Hi, Abby. Abby something.
Abby what?
Abby Normal.
Abby Normal?
Where do you had to put all those nails in the boots?
Do you know what those are, Charles?
What are those?
They're boots for laying asphalt.
Really?
Yeah. And it's the
so
same
you don't
thing
so you don't stick to the asphalt when it's hot.
And it's the same thing Karloff wore as Frankenstein. They were asphalt laying boots.
That's a cool bit of trivia. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
That's a great bit of trivia.
Thank you very much.
I liked it.
Me reading books about movies as a child pays off.
There you go. You just never knew how long, but it paid off.
Eventually, I would meet somebody who would think that my bullshit information was interesting.
Now, why they're wearing masks, I have no idea. The guy's dead.
Because social distancing.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
Also, if anything goes wrong...
This is a very socially distant movie, yes.
Do you want, dead guy in your mouth?
Good point. That's a good point.
Think about that.
Yeah. The bits. Yeah. I say there's the possibility of electrocution. Do you understand?
Like, why are you shouting?
They look up did you tie off the kites? Oh, okay.
Of course.
And the hump is switched again.
Yeah,
never mind. He's like, never mind.
Yeah. Doesn't the hump eventually just completely go away?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though.
I don't know. It's been a while.
So here they are recreating his grandfather's experiment. Getting their Mary Shelley on. Oh, a little caressing of the hands.
Oh.
Sweet mystery of life, at last I found you.
It's a dead body that you're sitting off.
Elevate me. Now? Right here?
Right here?
Oh, the platform. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
She's so cute.
She is. Like I said, just great casting here.
Oh, yeah. We have intellectual discussions. In fact, we were just having one as you arrived.
From that fateful day when stinking bits of slime first crawled from the sea and shouted to the cold stars, I am man. And our greatest dread has always been the knowledge of our own mortality. But tonight, we shall hurl the gauntlet of science into the frightful face of death itself. Tonight,
somebody writing this down.
Yeah, right. We shall ascend into the heavens. We shall mock the earthquake. We shall command the thunders.
Okay.
And penetrate into the very womb of impervious nature. Herself.
I'm going to go ahead and do another MST3K quote.
Yeah.
And say, this is back when science didn't have to have any actual purpose.
Right. That's a good one.
Make more Flash Gordon noises and put more science stuff around.
I want those goggles bad.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best goggles.
And I like how they're made out of metal, so
Yeah.
like if anything touches him,
Yeah.
his eyeballs are gonna fry.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
Yeah,
since
this is a
Jodie
great-
Whittaker got those kind of goggles on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, did she?
Yeah. Whether, when she's like working on stuff, she uses those kind of goggles.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. Throw it, I say, throw it.
The
The
third
works.
switch, by the way,
The works.
is the works.
The works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's adorable.
Light bright, making things with life.
Love boat.
Life. Now this is like the greatest Gene Wilder performance. I love this moment right here.
You got the two best genes in film history in the same movie,
Pretty
right
much. Ooh, now I have X-ray vision.
there. Yep, that's a great shot right there.
Pink.
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 Do you like pink?
I like pink very much, Lois.
Did I ever tell you about how that confused the hell out of me when I was a kid?
No.
Because I didn't know what a planter was,
Okay.
so I thought he said planet.
Oh, okay.
So I
So you
could
had
not
no idea
understand.
that you had no idea what he was referring to something in front of her.
Right. I didn't understand how he could not see her underwear, but
Yeah.
see other stuff because he's still on this planet.
Yep. He's still cooking.
So he's still cooking. You gotta leave him in there for a little longer.
Yeah. Now flip him over so it gets done evenly.
Yeah, 20 minutes on the other side. Yeah, 3 minutes of pound. That's all
Right.
it'll take.
Thud. I love Frederick's hair there. It just kind of goes everywhere.
Oh.
He goes totally mad scientist here. It's great.
That's half of Gene Wilder's appeal.
Right.
Is that fabulous, fabulous hair.
Yeah, just like in Willy Wonka.
Yeah, like when he gets at the very end of Willy Wonka where he gets really mad at
Yeah.
Charlie.
Right.
You know, the whole like, you stole fizzy lifting drinks and you bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be cleaned and sterilized, so you get nothing. That whole scene. His
You
hair
get
is all
nothing. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. I said good day.
So here he is trying to be all cool about it. Quiet dignity and grace. And then, son of a bitch, bastard, I'll get you for this.
Son of a bitch! I'll get you for this.
You fartigan nice old son of a bitch.
You fartigan sneaky bastard.
I don't want to live. I don't want to live. Mama. Quiet dignity and grace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another nod to the camera.
Another fourth wall moment.
Yep.
Mama!
So here we have the town villagers having a meeting. And sadly, Lorelai and Rory are not there.
Yeah, that's true. So basically what they're saying
Points if you got that reference.
We can't have a Frankenstein back in this town because, you know, crazy shit's going to happen if they come back. You would think they would have just gone into this house after he died and gotten rid of all of his science crap.
Right, exactly. It was just laying there.
Just getting dusty down there. Maybe Frau Blücher wouldn't let anybody in the house.
Maybe. They're talking about 5 times before, which is a reference to the first 5 Universal horror films with Frankenstein.
Right.
So we're talking like the 1931 Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, and I'm not sure the 5th.
Frankenstein versus the Wolfman.
Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. Oh,
yep.
So here's Kenneth Mars, his character.
Kenneth Mars,
Inspector
who
Kemp.
is, like, got his Dr. Strangelove hand.
Right. This clockwork hand of his, arm. And apparently you can only understand him through subtitles. And once you get started, there is little chance of stopping it short of bloodshed.
Did whatever streaming service you're on just automatically turn on subtitles?
No, I did it manually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the subtitles on.
I knew I was going to need it, so.
Yeah, I'm not listening to it. How come no one needs monocles anymore?
It's a good question.
Like, how did we go from needing a monocle to never needing a monocle?
Well, and his monocle is blacked out because apparently he lost his eye. Yeah. He couldn't afford the eye patch.
Over an eye patch, which is a fantastic gag. Yeah, Kenneth Mars is another underrated comedic actor.
Right.
Who, for years, I didn't know was not actually German.
Right.
Because he always has, like, a German accent. Like, he has one in this. He had one in Malcolm in the Middle. And I think he has one in What's Up, Doc? So it's like everything I ever saw.
Because he's really good at playing that type of character, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, for years, when I was a kid, I thought Helen Mirren was Russian.
Oh, really?
Because I had seen her in 2010. And I had seen her in White Knights. And she's Russian in both of those. She has a Russian accent in both of those. And so then later when I started seeing things like Excalibur and other movies that she's in, I'm like, oh, okay, she's actually English. Interesting.
What the hell are you doing in the bathroom that day and night? Why don't you go out of there and give someone else a chance?
I love how he just goes right into like this Cockney screaming.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, Igor is great with the non sequiturs.
Yes. Oh, guess who's getting all twitchy? Schwarzwalder Kirschtorte.
I'm not partial to desserts myself, but this is excellent.
Who are you talking to? You just made a yummy sound, so I thought you liked the dessert. I didn't make a yummy sound. But you did. I just heard it.
I just heard you.
It wasn't me. It wasn't. Well, look here. If it wasn't you and it wasn't you.
And now Gene Wilder breaks the fourth wall.
Right.
I can't figure out how those switches would ever be a good idea.
So I wonder who cleaned that lab. It had to be Igor, right?
It's probably
Blücher? Frau Blücher?
Yeah.
It's alive! Weird science.
That's awesome, Charles.
Thank you.
I love that we both did that together, like totally independent of each other.
It's because we share a brain. Haven't you remembered?
Yeah, much.
So God help you.
Well, that we love him.
The abnormal brain we share.
Brain. And I will say that Peter Boyle does a lot of great acting with his eyes in this.
Oh yeah, that's what he does.
Doesn't have a lot of opportunity to use dialogue.
Yeah, you can't really be subtle with Marty Feldman.
Right. But he has this little speech at the end, and that's about it.
Yeah.
The moaning and
right.
But always yeah.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Why are you telling me that? So, if anybody out there has not actually seen the James Whale Frankenstein,
right, you should.
I recommend it, even though it's pretty gruesome. And I also very much recommend Bride of Frankenstein, because in Bride of Frankenstein, you get Elsa Lanchester in a dual role.
Right.
Not only does she play the Bride of Frankenstein, she plays Mary Shelley.
Wollstonecraft, Shelley. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he's not very fond of fire.
Nope, he's afraid of fire.
Give him the what? 3 syllables.
Okay.
First syllable sounds like head. Sounds like head. Bed. A said.
Said.
Second syllable. Little word. This, that, z. Said a dirty word. He said a dirty word.
It's one word, dumbass.
Sedative.
Sedative.
Give him the sedative.
Sedative. Tim!
On the nosy.
To this day, when I talk about sedatives, I call them sedatives.
Right. Sedative?
Like, my cat, one of my cats, very bad at the vet.
Right. Well, I think all cats are bad at the vet, personally.
Oh, mine was so bad that like 2 days before she was supposed to go to the vet, we went and picked up a sedative for her.
Right.
So we could give her a sedative before we took her in. She was that bad.
You gave her a pre-sedative to the sedative.
A pre-sedative.
Pre-sedative to the sedative.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So.
Will you excuse me for a moment, dear? Igor.
Igor.
May I speak to you for a moment?
Speak to you for a moment.
Sit down, won't you? Thank you. No. Up here.
I love how he sits with his legs crossed.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Just all cool and relaxed.
Yeah, he's great.
Was it Hans Delbrooks?
Was it Hans Delbrooks?
No. Good. Would you mind telling me whose brain did I put in? And you won't be angry? I will not be angry.
I will not be angry.
Abby someone.
Abby someone?
Abby who?
Abby Normal.
Abby Normal.
I'm almost sure that was the name.
Are you saying that I put an abnormal brain into a 7.5 foot long, 54 inch wide gorilla?
Gorilla!
Is that what you're telling me? Quick, give him the 3 syllables. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Again,
bang.
Marty Feldman. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Dr. Strange left hand is fantastic.
It's a great bit. You put that thing back on the operating table and strap him down tightly.
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
Right. Boink.
Boink. I have to look normal.
Ha! Monsters. Shunk. Shunk. Shunk, shunk, shunk.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Nice grouping.
Monsters are passé.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a...
Shunk. I love he sticks the darts in his arm.
I know. This is such a great sight gag here.
Yep.
There's a castle in Romania that...
I love it when his back is turned. Stabs him right into the bullseye.
Thump.
Thump, 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 thump. Spit take. Nice grouping.
Nice grouping.
Love that.
And where there's a castle in Romania that's the fascist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu had his eyes on.
Okay.
And the Romanian culture has a lot of superstitions, and he was a very superstitious man himself. And he wanted the castle for the state, aka himself, but there was somebody who worked at the castle, one of the servants, told him a story that there was some disease in the wood of the castle, and it scared him away. He never came back to it.
I love that he throws a dart and it goes through the window and a cat screeches. Now that's Mel Brooks, by the way, doing the voice of the cat.
Doing the voice of the cat? Yeah, that's Mel Brooks. So essentially what we're learning here is that Frederick can't play darts when he's lying.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, wow, this was fun.
Yeah. Kenneth Mars wearing a monocle over an eye patch is fucking hilarious.
Isn't it?
It's just like, that's the best thing about these sight gags is that they don't mention this one at all.
No, they're subtle, and that's what makes them great. They're not just overt.
Not like the hump, but this one they just never bring it up.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
He's all like yelling at his arm. It's great.
Sorry, I'm yawning. But I'm drunk. It's drunk cinema.
One of the police has a dart in his head, and then the tires are
flat. Yeah.
Yep. Even the spare. Oh, what's Frau Blücher up to?
She, by the way, is wearing a very traditional Romanian blouse.
Right.
Victor! We have donuts!
Victor.
I'm to set you free. Did you like that, my shithead? That's what Scheitkamp means in
exactly.
German.
Yes, it does.
Which is, of course, the first thing we all learned in, like, 8th grade German.
Yeah. Or in my case, 9th grade German. That and frickin' Z.
What is that?
That's like fuck you in German.
That works.
It's an important one.
Yeah, you gotta know that one.
I'm going to set him free.
Free.
He'll kill you. No, he won't. Not this one.
He's as gentle as a lamb.
Yep. He has a rotten brain. It's not rotten. It's a good brain. Ixnay on the Ottenray.
I need to keep watching on the Ottenray.
Yeah.
Oh, Pig Latin.
I know what he likes. I'm gonna grab it. Gonna get you.
I want the music notes. They're in the air. Yeah, there's a great Simpsons where the kids are trying to talk Pig Latin in front of their mother.
Yeah.
Just say, I wait on twe ute. And the kids just look at each other and go, ap cray.
Yes. You play the music in the middle of the night. Yes.
Yes.
To get us into the laboratory. Yes.
Yes.
That was your cigar in the smoldering in the ashtray. Yes. It was you who left my grandfather's book out for me to find. Yes. So that I would, yes.
I love these.
And you and Victor were, yes.
Yes.
Say it.
He was my boyfriend. She does with the yeses when she does the violin, but violin moves.
Yes, to accentuate it. Yeah, it's great.
Yep. He's free to hear. So
you gotta like somebody who enjoys their work.
Yeah, you gotta love it. So I gotta keep watching the deleted scenes and maybe I'll figure it out. But who is Hans Delbruck?
Hans Delbruck. Trying to remember. Let me see if I can look it up real quick.
Okay. I gotta say, Charles, I've had a candle going all day long.
Right.
And it really smells good. It smells like hot Oreos.
Really?
Yeah, it's freaking delicious smelling.
So apparently Hans Gottlieb Leopold Delbruck was a German historian,
Okay.
one of the first modern military historians, basing his method of research on the critical examinations of ancient sources, including like disciplines like demography and economics.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I wonder what the connection is there.
Chiefly concerned with the history of the art of war.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So essentially he's like the Sun Tzu
Okay.
of Germany, apparently.
Interesting. So this scene with the little girl putting flowers in the water is
Now throw a kiss and say bye-bye.
Is an exact
nod
to Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And in Frankenstein, and this was cut out of the movie.
Wasn't a blind girl in Frankenstein?
I don't think she was.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched that movie.
But in Frankenstein,
I could be wrong.
And they cut this out of Frankenstein for a long time. It was not in subsequent prints, but
yeah.
Frankenstein gets the wrong idea that beautiful things go in the water, so he throws the little girl in the water and kills her, which is why the townspeople are.
Yeah, the girl just like, she's back in her bed.
She's back in her bed. Yeah, this is why the townspeople are so enraged at him, is because he killed that little girl. So.
So here we go to Harold, the blind man.
We're going to Gene Hackman's house, everybody.
Yep.
He's making Yoda soup.
It's just a little itty-bitty place.
Otisburg?
Otisburg.
Miss Tessmacher, she's got her own place. Otisburg?
Bye-bye, California.
Bye-bye, California. Hello, New West Coast. My West Coast. Lutherville, Casa del Ex. Otisburg.
Thank you. So yes, this movie is absolute proof that Hackman can do comedy.
Yeah, and again, Gene Hackman is another actor, I think, who acts without ego.
Right.
Because this is not.
No, because he's got this real like fake beard on, and
it's not
to look like an old man.
It's a tiny.
It's not a glamorous role.
Yeah, it's a tiny little part, and he still does a great job.
Now keep in mind, this is Hackman around the French Connection, so he's a big star at this
point. This is like major Gene Hackman, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's willing to do this.
This is like around Papa Doyle. It's after Bonnie and Clyde.
Right.
So, how about a nice bowl of soup? Actually, that does sound pretty awesome right now. I would.
You got like Zesta crackers?
Yeah, seriously. I know what it means to be cold and hungry. He's such a nice man. I mean, in Frankenstein, he kills this old man too. So again, this is why the townspeople are not particularly.
He's a nice man, a kind man, and he's precious. And he's precious. I love this because he's blind. He can't see the soup bowl. Get it? Like right in his lap, both times. Now, how about a little wine with that soup?
Yeah, this doesn't particularly go very well for.
No, none of this goes well
for the monster.
This is a literal sight gag.
Literally, yeah. That's a good one. This is gonna stop the world's
a toast. Toast to long friendship. Smash. It's like, ugh. Seriously?
See, he does great acting with his eyes in this movie.
I know. Frankenstein eye roll.
Oh gosh, the cigars. Yep. You gotta light cigars on fire.
Well, you know what's coming now.
Yeah.
Fire bad, tree pretty.
You don't want to hold it like that. No, fire is good.
Fire is our friend.
Fire.
Walk with me.
Fire.
Fire.
The magician longs to see.
One chance out between two worlds. Fire. Walk with me.
Got a light?
Got a light?
Got a light? Yeah.
Lights the stump on fire. Wah!
See, this is why corpses don't like fire.
Yeah, go figure. It's not like they can heal up from that.
Yep.
Wait. Where are you going?
Owen, I was going to make espresso. I don't know why I think that line is so funny, but that line is so funny.
It's a funny scene.
Yeah, no, just that line in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to make espresso.
Well, it's just so unexpected.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
Right, it's ridiculous. Oh, somebody's in disguise.
Oh, somebody's
walk
really
this
good.
way.
Yeah, this way. Come on.
And apparently, Frederick is suddenly a violinist.
Well, yeah, he's, you know.
Well, he's a Frankenstein.
Well, to be honest with you, Charles,
yeah.
I could, it's not that hard to learn that piece.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Violin is not an easy instrument, but it's
set a give.
Cool.
Give him the set a give.
Set a give. But if you're just playing one note at a time,
takes all three of them to bring him down.
7.5 foot long.
Yeah. Yep.
54.5 inch wide. Gorilla.
Dog pile on the rabbit. Bring me that candle.
Bag.
Frau Blücher is wondering, why is it lit?
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do with candles? He looks very 70s with his turtleneck.
Yep. It's his tactile neck.
Yeah. Tactile neck.
Tactile neck.
What is that from?
Archer.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
It's from Archer. The tactile neck.
The tactile neck, yeah. It's been too long since I've watched Archer.
Yeah. There's always time for Archer.
There's always time for Archer. Charles, you've seen the pictures of me dressed up like Pam and Chris dressed up.
Yes, it was beautiful. It was fantastic. Loved it.
What was fun?
You got the little dolphin puppet.
Yeah, I have one wig and a dolphin puppet.
That was great. That was fantastic.
And what was funny is because I bought that puppet on Amazon.
Yeah.
And what happened was it's based on your purchase history, you might like these other items. Pearl necklaces, plus size cardigans, like all this other Pam stuff. So everybody who wanted to be Pam bought that.
That's what they bought.
Get me the hell out of here.
Yep.
Joking? Can't you take a joke?
Ha 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 ha.
Jesus Christ, get me out of here!
The bitch, I will cut you.
I will cut you up. Okay, I will say, open the goddamn door, I'll kick your rotten heads in!
9.
I don't care who is.
Hi.
If there's a fight, I am not betting against Cloris Leachman. Okay.
No. Hello, handsome.
I love how it looks around.
Yeah, it's like, who?
Yeah.
People laugh at you. People hate you.
Do you know that?
But why do they hate you? Because they're jealous.
You're jealous.
Look at that boyish face. Look at that sweet smile.
Look at that sweet smile. I like how he has like a literal zipper on his neck.
Right. And Gene Wilder is seriously rocking the guy liner right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what's not a good Frankenstein?
You know, he kind of looks a little bit like Brando here.
He does. Yeah, he totally does.
Not Wally Brando.
Yeah, not Wally Brando.
Not Wally Brando, but Marlon Brando. This is a good boy.
This is a good boy.
This is a mother's angel.
This is a mother's angel. Yeah, you know what is not a Frankenstein that I like all that much? We want the world to know that we love him. I don't like the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein all that much. It's
all right.
It's just gross. I mean, as much as I love De Niro, it's just kind of gross.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one.
I do like that scene though, where Helena Bonham Carter breaks the lantern over her head and catches herself on fire.
That's always fun.
I think it's a beautiful shot. I think it's a really well done scene.
Since the creation of fire.
Fire!
Not so much on the fire.
Yeah, here it is.
My name. This is where he embraces his history.
My name
is Frankenstein. Dun, dun, dun. Tonight only, Dr. F. Frankenstein presents The Creature. A startling new experiment in reanimation.
Transylvania Neurological Society.
Yep.
By the way, Charles, Bucharest is not in Transylvania.
Right. It's Romania.
Well, no, Transylvania is a region of Romania, but Bucharest is not in it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So what is in Transylvania?
Brasov, which is a gorgeous little city. And Bran, which is where Bran Castle is.
Right.
That's all there.
Okay. So pretty small then.
No, I mean, there's other stuff there, but...
that's all you can remember.
That's where I went. That's where I was. Mamaia, I think, is there too.
Okay.
So.
And now may I present to you Dr. Baron Frederick von Frankenstein.
I feel like this should have been Lloyd Bridges.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
Could have been better. He does know how to rock a tux, though.
He does, yeah. Yeah, he's an interesting one, Gene Wilder. It's like there's something like oddly smolderingly sexy about him sometimes.
Right. That demeanor he has.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I
could presence.
I could see where Gilda Radner was coming from.
Yeah, you kind of get it now.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't he married like 4 times?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, at least 3. He was married at least 3 times.
Yeah, I know he's obviously married after Gilda passed. But...
Yeah, he got married after Gilda passed, and he was married. I think her name is Linda, and he was married to her until he died. Yeah, they were married. My God, they were married almost 25 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is not The Creature, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's a different Universal movie.
We are scientists.
Like, do these people recognize this guy as the criminal that was hanged? Like, is that why they're scared?
Yeah, no, you would think, right? Or it's just like, oh, hey, there's this big dude with like, who's dressed in a sheet.
Like, can you imagine it would be like, hey, here's this new discovery in neurological science,
right?
And then somebody finds out Ted Bundy or something. That would be scary.
So, oh, hey, he's walking.
Yep.
Heel to toe.
Heel to toe.
Backwards. Now do the hokey pokey and turn yourself about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Gosh.
Give him a cracker.
I don't think I've heard that song
Yeah.
in seriously, 35 years.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But now, for what you're about to see next, we must enter quietly into the realm of genius. Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
I love the way that rolls off.
Dominant Heron. What was a articulate mess?
Lifeless tissues.
Now presented culture sophisticated man about town.
Man about town.
Yep.
Oh, and here we have it. Folks.
Hit it. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. And now I want to listen to the taco song.
Seriously.
Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying mighty hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. Come, let's mix. We'll Rockefellers walk with sticks in
their midst.
Put on the Ritz. Love this boy.
I love him.
Give the little chin.
The little chin thing.
Little chin action. Chin action. Yep. Just in case you were wondering, yes, you're watching a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah, if you weren't sure.
Yeah, this is it.
I'm going to show you something cool, Charles.
Tap dancing Frankenstein. Yes.
You want something cool?
Yeah, sure. Nice. You've got the Taco Putting on the Ritz album.
The 12-inch. It's the 12-inch.
The 12-inch.
Yep.
The LP.
I do.
Nice. Oh, the audience is applauding here.
Nice. No. You know what happens to candles when they're in a tin? The tin gets hot.
No, everybody, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Get a little startled by that.
Yeah, when
stage light.
A theater, okay, right, with a bunch of well-dressed people, it never ends well.
Where'd all these people get fruit and vegetables?
I know, all these people who wear these really nice clothes.
Yeah.
They've got all this vegetables to throw. I mean, how the hell does that happen?
Were they just there at the seats when they came in?
I think there was maybe a sale outside.
Must be.
So they thought we're going to need to go to the market
Stage
tomorrow.
diving.
We might as well just do it right now.
What?
Go to the market, We'll just bring the vegetables into the theater with us.
There you go. Right. It saves time.
Yeah, it'll just save some time. Who's it going to hurt?
To the lumberyard. No, wait. That's later.
What's the worst that could happen? Oh.
Kids like chains.
Poor monster. He actually hasn't really done anything wrong yet. So.
No. Well, he did kind of get angry and threaten some people.
Well, you wouldn't like him if he was angry.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, he got angry, but
chained like a beast in a cage.
In a cage.
If I could find a way to equalize the imbalance in his cerebrospinal fluid, why, he'd be as right as rain.
Right as rain. Yeah, that's all it takes.
It's the Oracle from Matrix.
I love these. I love this, the science in these old movies.
Right.
So, there's only one obvious explanation.
Exactly. And it's absolutely going to work.
I love the filter on the scene that makes her dress all sparkly.
Right.
The star filter.
Well, the sequins.
Yeah. Again, he's breaking the fourth wall. And a dead body was on this just 3 days ago. What is it? Don't bother me when I'm working.
You must have got ahead of me.
Mm. No, I'm drunk, so my brain is skipping ahead.
Oh, you're skipping ahead. Okay. You're
It's
freaking
just
me
my
out.
brain. It's
like,
not you, it's my brain.
Okay. All right.
Again, a dead
Smoke
body.
them if you got them.
I know you put a sheet on that, but a dead body was
Right.
written on that.
Right. Yeah. I told you never to interrupt me while I'm working.
While I'm working.
You see,
It's
your
an
fiancé
emergency.
will be arriving any second.
Any second.
What? Shit.
Here tonight?
I suggest you put on a tie, Burn.
Yeah. Particularly phases or offends Frau Blücher.
Frau Blücher is savage, yo.
He's savage, yeah. And this is my favorite scene with Marty Feldman and her. This
Yes.
whole, barking at the fur. Surprised? Love me? Love you?
Darling, it's been a long day.
I say that to Chris all the time.
Yeah.
I say,
darling.
Darling, surprised?
Yes.
Love me?
Surprised? Yes. Love me? Well.
Yes.
Well, let's turn in. Shh. Say nothing. Act casual.
Act casual. Look, she's like totally into him too. I love it.
Right. If it wasn't for that stupid monster, he could have got lucky there.
And this is the absolute greatest impression of Groucho Marx I've ever seen.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. My fiancé.
Yes. You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the turban.
Do.
That's the greatest Groucho Marx impression.
Yeah, exactly. Take the one in the turban.
Take the one in the turban.
If you need any help with the girls, let me know.
Yeah.
We were just having one as you were driving up.
Igor, will you mind giving me a hand with the bags?
Yep. Certainly. You take the blonde, I'll take the one with the turban.
The one with the turban. He bites it. It's hilarious.
She just whacked him. She can't keep a straight face.
Yeah, right. I don't know how they got through that scene.
Oh my gosh.
If you need any help with the girls, get in there. Why you? But Mo.
Why I oughta. Yeah, you and me is gonna be pals.
Nice and cozy.
Yeah, like I said, he hasn't actually done anything wrong, so.
No, he's just kind of sitting there chilling.
I feel like this octopus of chains that he has around his neck is a little bit unnecessary.
Oh, what's the matter? Don't you like fire? You want to cry? Gonna make you cry?
What are you gonna do? Cry for me? Cry for me.
Cry for me. Baby wants to cry. Little boys ain't supposed to play with fire. Do you want to play with fire, little boy?
You want to play with fire, little girl?
He used to flick matches at me.
Wake up and make me breakfast. You need a license to drive a car. You need a license to catch a fish. Don't let any asshole be a father. Sorry.
That's lovely. That's great.
Thank you. My parenthood moment.
Yep. Now let's storm the Capitol. Wait. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's... A riot is an ugly thing.
Yes.
And I think it's just about time we had one!
As heaven is my British up there, he will curse the day that he was born a Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
What? I said he will curse the day that he was born a Frankenstein.
Oh boy. Something's going on.
His accent is so bad, even the villagers don't understand him.
That, don't understand his accent.
Yeah. So he's at her heels.
Yeah. He's broken loose.
Darling, you mustn't worry so.
She's so disinterested in all of his crap.
Right.
So, would you like to know what
Yes.
Madeline Kahn did before she became an actress in comedies?
Sure. What did she do?
She was an opera singer.
I can see it. She's got the pipes. We know
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
As this movie proves perfectly.
She's studying to be an opera singer. And
I can see it.
did some good comedies and then found her real calling in some of the greatest comedies in the history of comedy.
Right. Two of them, actually.
This one, Muppet Movie, Blazing Saddles,
yep.
Blue. She's just fabulous.
That's a tough choice.
Tough choice.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah. I like how he now looks pretty much exactly like the painting of his grandfather.
Right. That's a good observation. It's probably the same jacket, isn't it?
It might be the same jacket. It's definitely the same tie.
Yeah, it does look. I never noticed that, but I think you're absolutely right. I'm sure that was intentional.
So I have to say, I read a couple of Gene Wilder's novels.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a huge fan.
Okay. Not a big fan of his prose style?
These weren't great, you know.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
You know, it's not like... I need to read one of the Gene Hackman spy novels. I would love to read one of those.
I would like to know. I didn't know he did that. I need to check those out. Yep.
So is marching on. Da, 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 da. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
She's really into the hairbrushing, by the way.
I don't see it now.
Noisy commotion.
Noisy commotion is the is the caption. Yeah, flaming torches were for when you're hunting actual monsters, not when white supremacists decided that they didn't have anything anymore because they couldn't oppress anyone.
Right.
Yeah, and he's scared her so badly now she has Frederick Frankenstein.
I love that he walked into a tree.
Yeah.
She's done something different with her hair. I'm not sure what.
That's what orgasms will do for you, man.
What are you?
What are you going to do to me? Calm down. I'm not afraid of you.
I'm expecting a very important
by
call.
11:30, I'm expecting a very important phone call.
Speak. Woof.
Woof.
That's two woofs in one movie.
Two woofs in one movie. Enormous Schwanstuckel.
Schwanstucker.
Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you.
Nice. If it wasn't for the Skype breaking up, that would have been great.
Sorry. I probably made it break up with my voice.
Oh, no, you did fine.
My horrible screechy voice.
No, that was fine. That was good.
I've been drinking beer all night. I'm very phlegmy. I can't help it.
Ooh, the heart cut.
Yeah, the heart wipe.
Heart wipe, yeah.
Yeah. I love this scene so much.
So apparently he's not intimidated by that fire.
No, You just need to, you need to relax.
Right. They're blazing.
Penny for your thoughts.
You're incorrigible.
Oh,
little zipper neck.
It's like a literal, it's like 4-inch zipper. It's so funny.
I love that delivery. Seven's always been my lucky
my
number.
lucky number. You hot monster. This is probably
is that music?
This is probably my favorite. My favorite moment of Madeline Kahn on screen is right here.
Yep. You met her all like.
Oh. 7 or 8 quick ones and you're off with the boys to boast and brag. Oh my God, I love him. I mean, that
genius.
and her and Mrs. White's speech about hating Yvette are the best things I think she's ever done.
She's been no. I'd argue the "I'm So Tired" song in Blazing Saddles.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's face it, I'm exhausted.
But her as Mrs. White, flames on the sides of my face, breathing, heaving breaths. That's a good one too. But I love her with the 7 or 8 quick ones and you're off with the boys to boast and brag. I think I love him.
Points for Igor on the flugelhorn.
On the horn there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the flugelhorn. Da 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 da.
It's the music that's bringing him back.
It's bringing him back.
Come on.
So I'm sorry, but I don't think any amount of excellent violin music could tear you away from sex with Madeline Kahn.
No. No.
I really don't think that's believable.
What I don't get is if they're trying to get him up there, why didn't they give him a ladder?
Why don't they want to why isn't somebody down at the front door to just open the door?
Right, exactly. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, that was awfully fast.
Yeah, right. You could throw me the rope.
How could you do that to Otis?
Yeah. I don't suppose you could have speed things up.
My creation.
Is it real?
From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intention? Woo, weird science. Ooh.
Ooh.
No.
You sure you want to go through with this? It's the only thing that could save him now.
Save him now.
Flash.
King of the impossible.
Electricity.
Electricity.
Igor doing a little shuffle there on the balcony. Yeah.
I can't believe we've had to live in a world without Marty Feldman for almost 40 years. That's so sad.
Right. Yeah. Just think of what we could have had.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we got this.
At least we have Young Frankenstein. That is very true.
Yes. Yep. Now, 1 second more or less.
Or less, yeah.
That's important here.
What is going on there? Like, brain transference means cerebral fluid, I guess? I don't know.
Well, they're transferring the cerebral spinal fluid.
Yeah, I guess so, but...
Yeah. I love that they use him as a battering ram.
I know.
Eins, zwei, drei. Eins, zwei, drei.
What I don't understand...
Eins, zwei, drei.
Did you think, can we just keep in our minds that Peter Boyle was a dead body like a few days ago?
What?
They are, exactly. One of them's going to take a lectern.
Yes, exactly. Oh, look, they're sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Yeah. I feel like he would have had infection after having this procedure done.
Yes,
Dr. Frankenstein would.
Oh, we stopped.
Time has stopped. Before 15 minutes. Something's wrong.
Put that man down.
It's the monster.
I said, put that man down.
Oh, excuse me.
Just who do you think you are that you
Who do you
order these
think
people
you are?
about? I am the monster. Yeah, I see that you are the monster.
Yeah. I mean, I am sure
Yeah.
that the producers of Malcolm in the Middle
Mm-hmm.
chose Kenneth Mars and Cloris Leachman for exactly these accents.
Yes.
To be, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that was a conscious
Why
choice.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? They obviously had to be fans of Young
If
Frankenstein.
you can get Kenneth Mars and Cloris Leachman, you give them the accents that they have in
Yeah.
That's how it works.
As long as they're willing to do it, just let them do it.
Yeah, just let them go.
Stand back out of the way. He used his brain to give me a calmer brain and a somewhat more sophisticated way of expressing myself.
Way of just expressing myself. Yeah,
I'm going to do a podcast.
I love how he says this little speech here, but then he just goes back to making noises.
Right.
And reading the Wall Street Journal in bed. I think that's so funny.
And she's so happy.
Oh, Victor.
Victor. And let us all go to my house for a little sponge cake and a little wine.
A little wine.
And shit. To the lumberyard.
To the lumberyard.
That's great.
Oh my God.
So funny.
I love Igor's lab coat over his hood. Oh, maybe it's not the same jacket and tie. I thought it was.
No.
It looks like a similar tie type thing, though. But hello, Mrs. Frankenstein.
Mrs. Frankenstein. What a wonderful name. Okay.
Hat.
If you say so. Right?
Oh.
Back. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow. Or as they say in the Muppet movie, when a German scientist tells you to hold on to your hat, it's not idle conversation. Hold on to your hat.
I'm holding on to it, darling.
Just a few more seconds.
Oh, there's the violin theme.
Yeah, here we go.
She's humming it.
Yep.
Something stirring.
Something awakens deep inside of the doctor.
Father, the sleeper must awaken.
Must awaken!
Oh, wait, that was a different movie.
That's a different movie. Again, she's back with the Battle of the Republic.
Right.
What is this all about?
It's a good question.
I love these weird.
He's reading the Wall Street Journal.
He did it just for you, and he meant so well.
Yeah.
That you liked it. Mm-hmm.
Honey, did you see? Put a special hamper.
Hamper in here just for your shirts and poo-poo undies.
You're going full bride.
Oh.
Snorts. She almost falls over.
Yeah. Well, Park. This is my favorite right here.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Charles, explain this trope to me of men who seem so put out by the concept of having sex with their wives. Like, what is that?
I have no idea.
I don't get it, man. It's just really weird.
I don't get it either. I think it's just that for this part, he just kind of wants to be left alone to read his paper.
It's just a trope, but I don't know
where
it came from. Yeah.
Right.
Also, I think this is a lot of clothes. I still think this is a lot of clothes to be wearing on your wedding night.
Right. Like, obviously, he got something from the monster as well.
He got something from the monster as well. Yeah.
Back to the flugelhorn.
Yep. Is he like outside their bedroom window? That is so creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sadistic jailer.
That's an interesting thing to put on your,
Right, resume.
to put on your resume. Yeah.
Yep.
Why
Sadistic
Gene
jailer.
Hackman? And that's the thing. Like I said, no ego. Gene Hackman is literally last in the credits.
Right.
But I think it was a good call not to have Mel Brooks in this movie because I think
He doesn't need to be in every movie.
Well, Marty Feldman's mugging, I don't think needed competition.
Right. And that's our movie, everybody.
And that's our movie. There we have
Hope you
it.
enjoyed it like as much as we did.
One of the greatest comedies in the history of American cinema.
Exactly.
So fantastic.
All right. Well, are you sober enough to give us a rating for this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me see. What do I want to give this a rating for? Oh, I got it. This one gets a 9.5 out of 10 extra dollars.
Right, because you're very particular about giving that the full 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I am not as particular. I love this movie. Yep. I'm giving it the full 10 out of 10.
The full 10 what, Charles?
10 out of 10 Abby Normal Brains.
Abby Normal Brains. That's a good one, too.
Yeah. I was going with that or Still Warm Violins.
Still warm. I love that. The violin is still warm. Like, what the hell?
I know. It was just such a random quote. It just made me think of that. All right. Sadly, we did not get drunk mail again. So
it makes me sad.
Guys,
I feel like I know Christine is judging us. She needs to be judging us on paper or on email.
Well, she judges us because she loves us, right?
Oh, I know she judges us because she loves us. I'm just saying I know she's listening to us and judging us.
Yeah. So Christine, if you're listening, we want to hear from you.
Exactly.
And if you're not Christine, we still want to hear from you.
We still want to hear from you for sure.
Yeah. So drop us a line at Drunk Cinema so you can reach us. And this is how you can find us, guys. drunkcinemapodcast@gmail.com. That's drunkcinemapodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Twitter at DrunkCinemaCast on Twitter. Please do. And follow us there. Or like us on @DrunkCinema on Facebook. We'd love it if you did. And please share our links if you're so inclined, if you enjoy what we do. And tell your friends about us, if you would.
Yes,
we definitely appreciate it. This is only our 5th episode, guys. So we obviously still want to get the word out about us.
I mean, let's be honest,
we could use your help. Yeah.
Let's be honest. You and I would probably just do this.
Right.
You know? But it's better when we can share it with other people.
Exactly. So we kind of want to share our love of these movies with everybody. That's kind of why we're doing it.
And being
so hopefully if you share your love in return of this podcast, we did definitely appreciate that. All right.
Yep.
Xan, where can they find you in the meantime?
I don't know, on the internet.
Yeah, okay. That narrows it down.
Yeah. Xan Sprouse, Facebook, Udinax19, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah.
99% of the time I'm sober when you and I talk on Ghost about all things tangentially Twin Peaks and David Lynch related.
Right.
And
you're doing pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it's mostly I'm just sort of getting like a little loopy. It's not like it's not like Batman was. I mean, I was drunk.
You were kind of that way for Buckaroo Banzai too.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, yeah. I think Skype is drunker than you are at the moment.
Skype is always drunker than me. Yeah, I need to start drinking harder liquor. I think when we do this because I'm just a little bit loopy and very tired.
So that's what you're working on right now.
Yeah, exactly. And then I apparently am going to be talking about the Towering Inferno in some way in a couple of years with our friends Nick and Rachel Friend on Gold Standard the Oscars podcast.
Yeah, everybody check that out, please, because DJ Nick and Rachel, they're both friends of ours, and obviously Xan is wonderful on that podcast.
I do my best.
So everybody check that out, because if you love all the wonderful trivia that Xan has at her fingertips, you would do yourself a big favor by checking that out.
And next time on Gold Standard, we will be doing The Lost Weekend, which is a movie about people getting drunk. So
there you go. Hey,
that all kind of ties in.
It's
what other
synergy.
kinds of stuff do you do on the internet, Charles?
Let's see if I can remember. Okay, at Charles Skaggs on Twitter, at Charles Skaggs on Instagram, Facebook, of course, Charles Skaggs in Hilliard, Ohio, and my blog of geeky things.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Damn good coffee and hot, where I talk about all the stuff we talk about here on Drunk Cinema. So, like, all these wonderful movies, including, well, hey, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, or Young Frankenstein, or what we've got coming up next, and also comic book sci-fi news of my other podcasts for the Southgate Media Group, including the Phantom Zone podcast they do with DJ Nick and Jesse Jackson, where right now we're talking WandaVision. And obviously this show is getting more and more interesting by the episode. And tonight's episode that aired here on Friday, January, was it the 5th, or excuse me, February 5th, excuse me. That, that was just, another great example of that. So please check us out on the Phantom Zone podcast. And then Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast, where Jesse Jackson and assorted special guest companions, like, hey, a certain Xan Sprouse from time to time. Yep, join us to talk classic Who and modern Doctor Who and Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, whatever, anybody's interested in. And right now we're in the middle of, we just recorded our first part of the 4-part Trial of a Time Lord.
Yeah, that's a...
Season 23 from classic Doctor Who from 1986, starring Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, and soon-to-be Bonnie Langford. So hope everybody checks that out. Rachel Friend from the Fighter's Fangirls podcast and Gold Standard joined us.
She jumped to the chance at that one. That's a good
Pretty much. Yeah. She, as she said on the podcast, she said, all you have to do is just say the magic words and she's there. So apparently those magic words are Colin Baker. And then, boom, she appears like, Genie in I Dream of Genie.
She's like Candyman. You just say Colin Baker 3 times, and Rachel's like, I heard you talking about Colin Baker. I'm here for you.
Yeah, so it's good, because these last 4 stories are going to be the last ones that we're covering on Next Stop Everywhere, at least the first time around.
Yeah.
So check those out before we start doing Colin Baker's Big Finish audios. So check that out. Also, Titan Talk the Titans podcast, which is on hiatus. But DJ Nick, Jesse, and I, we talk Titans and Doom Patrol. So stay tuned as we're waiting for season 3 of both of those shows on HBO Max. And then, well, hey, this Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast.
Yeah.
That certain Xan Sprouse and I talk, where we talk Twin Peaks stuff, David Lynch stuff, and just like here on Drunk Cinema, whatever pop culture nonsense pops into our head at any particular given moment in time.
Well, and I'll give you a spoiler.
Yeah.
For next time on Ghostwood, Charles.
Right.
Dick Laurent is dead. So, just so you know.
Yes.
Dick Laurent is dead.
We just recently discussed Wild at Heart, starring Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, the David Lynch film from 1989. And coming up next, we're going to be discussing, well, hey, that certain Lost Highway movie from 1997, another David Lynch film, which should be a lot of fun because, if nothing else,
probably
to listen to Xan talk about this great scene involving Robert Loggia.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is probably my favorite movie that stars a convicted murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
There are other movies starring convicted murderers, or maybe not so convicted murderers. Looking at you, Naked Gun.
That would be a movie starring a convicted kidnapper and breaking and enterer. But yeah, kidnapping. That's when he went to prison for kidnapping.
Right. So anyway, but yeah, this one Robert Blake is in.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Highway. So this should be a really interesting
Robert Blake
discussion.
Ever did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know people love Beretta, but no, this movie, he does such a great job in this, and he's so creepy.
As the mysterious mystery man.
I'm at your house right now. Call me.
The call is coming from inside a house. Oh wait, that's a different movie.
That's a different movie.
That's also excellent. Movie. All right.
Also an excellent movie.
Yes. So that's what I'm up to. But the question is now, what are we going to talk about next time, Xan, for episode 6 of Drunk Cinema?
Well, I don't know, Charles. I try to obey, but it's difficult.
Right.
So we're going to bring in some new recruits, and I'm going to change my hairstyle.
Uh-huh.
And
they put things in our heads, made us do
creatures
things.
in our bodies.
Yes,
Yeah.
we just do things.
Yeah.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
She changed her hairstyle. So yeah, next time on Drunk Cinema, Charles, we are going to be breaking out the Romulan ale, and
Yes.
to commemorate the anniversary of the passing of Leonard Nimoy.
Right.
We will be watching Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, the greatest Star Trek movie in the history of Star Trek movies.
Khan! Khan, you bloodsucker. You're going to have to come down here, Khan.
You're going to
have to come down here.
You keep missing the targets. Yeah.
I don't like to lose.
I've done worse than kill you. I've hurt you. And I want to keep on hurting you.
Yes.
From hell's heart.
I stab thee.
So I just yelled Khan really loud, and Herbs is very confused. And
did you scare her?
She just came walking in the room like, what the hell is wrong with you?
That's okay. Lori's probably wondering the same thing right now upstairs.
Lori's probably like going, oh God, I know what's going to go on in a couple weeks from now. They're going to watch this stupid movie.
Exactly. But this one I might actually get Lori to watch with me. So points for that.
Yeah.
You know, she won't watch Young Frankenstein for some ungodly reason.
Why wouldn't she watch Young Frankenstein?
She doesn't like comedies. She doesn't like David Lynch films. She doesn't like comedies. You see what I have to work with here, Mr. Napier.
I get the David Lynch thing, but not liking comedies. I feel like Lori needs more joy in her life.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. All right. That's a whole nother podcast and psychiatric therapy session.
That's a whole other psychotherapy session, yeah. But so it's out there on the record that Lori is welcome to get drunk and talk about movies with us anytime she wants to.
I definitely appreciate that, and I will definitely put some movies toward that maybe she would want to join us with.
Okay, so does Lori have a favorite movie?
She has several favorite movies, yeah. But
okay. Well, what are some of them? Give me an idea of what we're talking about here for Lori.
Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, baby.
So we could do that one.
Put that on the fucking list.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see what else would be good. Probably the Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie.
Okay.
And I want to preface that. Let's see what else. Probably Sense and Sensibility.
What? Seriously?
She loves period films.
Oh my God, Charles! Do you know how much I love Sense and Sensibility?
Sense and Sensibility, and also Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley.
Oh my God! Okay, Sense and Sensibility.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies, and you know how much I love comeuppance stories,
right,
Charles? That's one of the best. Sense and Sensibility, and fucking Willoughby is on his horse, watching Marianne marry Christopher Brandon from afar. It's like the greatest fucking thing.
So maybe there's something we can figure out here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We'll see.
Because Chris's favorite movie is Star Wars. So
right.
Yeah.
And I will talk that movie whenever. Because I talked about it on Gold Standard not too long ago.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
You're going to give us $5 so we can talk about Return of the Jedi.
I know, right?
Yeah. Cough it up, fuzzball.
Sounds like a hairball problem.
I know, right?
All right. So, everybody, so next time here, episode 6, we're talking Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan.
From 1982. And it's going to be a classic.
And
obviously.
I just want everybody to know that we're doing this for everyone else. Because...
We're not doing it for ourselves?
No, because the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Or the
one. And if you think I got that from Star Trek, you are very wrong. That's my Aqua Teen Hunger Force Moonanite impression. I hope you appreciate.
That's a very good one. That's a good one.
But,
all right.
So, and I will tell you my my very personal, very bizarre, very true Leonard Nimoy story.
Ooh, there you go. So there's incentive right there, kids.
Yep.
So, okay. So we got Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Zan's going to tell us a little story.
Yep.
And you guys are going to come right back, right? So
Yeah.
wait for it. So come right back 2 weeks. We're going to episode 6, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, right here on Drunk Cinema. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Down.